Simon & Schuster AudioWorks presents Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Max, I got a great idea.
As always.
So much fucking money you won't believe.
Yeah.
Okay?
You're gonna
You
share
just gotta
it?
play along. You gotta play. We'll
Okay.
share. We'll share. Well, because it will be for both of us.
All right.
It's like a package deal. It's podcast money, basically. All right. You just gotta play along. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So just everything before this, just cut it out so it's not in the episode.
Okay, we'll do. We'll do.
Getting up to, Okay. Anyway. Max, I'm sick of all these Riyadh comedy festival comedians selling their soul
Okay.
to perform in the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
I've heard it's a lot of
it's
money.
terrible. It's terrible. Let me tell you, Max. Let me tell you. I don't care how much money is.
Mm-hmm.
I dare them.
Yeah,
I
you
dare them to offer us
more.
enough money to perform. Because I don't think they could do it.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that would.
I don't
be
think they could do it. I
so
dare them
much.
to try.
Yeah,
We'll turn it down.
we would no matter the number, right?
No
They-
matter the number.
They'll give us a.
I'm not
blank
like
check.
Bill Burr and sell out
Yeah,
immediately. Probably like 10K. Not me. No.
they give us a blank check and we draw a penis on it and give it back to them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably I'd write like the number 1 billion, but make it look like a penis as a joke,
Nice.
and then give it back to them. Like, there, how about that much, buddy?
Yeah. And they give you
How
back
about
$1
that
billion.
much? Yeah.
Like, oh, shit. I should have not made it seem readable enough from the penis.
So that's fine, because then they go, okay, 1 billion. I go, nah, not interested.
It made you do all the effort
Not
of
enough,
trying to
not enough,
liquidate enough assets to make $1 billion in
yeah,
cash.
you
And
had to make it up, and then,
actually-
you know
I
what?
actually-
Not enough anymore.
I actually won in this. I made you
My
do all
soul
this
is
work.
worth more than that, so I dare them. Cough it up. Come on. Give us your best shot. We'll turn it down.
I wonder what
Guaranteed.
our show would look like, though.
The Riyadh Comedy Festival.
If we just sit there with podcast mics and just do
on
an
the
episode.
poster, on the poster for it, there's 2 cartoon characters who I'm assuming are hosts of a podcast.
Okay. Well,
Because I don't know who else that would be.
the thing is that every single comedian is a podcaster nowadays. So,
That is true. That is very true, to be honest.
But,
There's a lot of competition. Not that we want to be there.
they just get them all in and they record one big podcast with all the mics, hot mics on for whatever 30 people that are there, just recording at the same time. That would be really, that's an interesting experiment. Like, would you be able to have
a microphone for everybody in the audience?
yeah, exactly, cohesive piece of entertainment, or would it just be white noise of voices? It would sound like hell, I think. Like, it would sound like tortured souls, I'm pretty sure, if you did that, If you just gave like an entire stadium of people mics and also a bunch of louder mics to the comedians.
It sounds like an art installation.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every time somebody comes into the gallery, you could just give them like a recorder.
Mm-hmm.
That's always on.
That's a good one. I feel like, what would be a good one where it like there is you go into a gallery, like you said, you get a mic, and from time to time a single person gets isolated, like it's the noise, the white noise of everybody, and then from time to time it randomly picks a person and isolates them, and there's
plays
like
them over the speakers.
yeah, exactly,
for everybody to hear.
for everybody.
all of a sudden.
That would be pretty good. I feel like that would be a good one, but maybe
I feel like it would be hard to keep it random, because I'd be listening to them all going like, which one is juicy? I'd be waiting for a guy who's like, God, I can't wait to get home and fuck you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like him, isolate.
And he's looking at a
Play.
painting.
He's looking at like a sculpture, but like a really abstract one that's mostly just shapes.
Yeah, he's a shapeophile. We caught him. That's illegal.
Shapeophile?
Shapeophile, would that geometrophile? or something.
Geometrophile sounds more real.
It sounds like a Mega Man villain.
Geometrophile.
But yeah, the festival. Yeah,
Riyadh.
I would imagine that they could never get us.
They couldn't get us.
It's like, it's like those MasterCard commercials, we're priceless,
Exactly.
Was it Visa? I think it was Visa.
It's probably one of them.
Mm-hmm. But we're priceless,
Anyway, I got my ticket. Did you get your ticket?
To go, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got our bureau to do it.
I mean,
for us.
I've just been under the impression that it's bad to perform there, but not to like go and see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
It seems like nobody is even kind of talking about who's gonna go there, like who's gonna be in the audience. And also, everybody is doing nowadays. Every single comedian is doing. Nobody does stand up. Everybody does crowd work nowadays.
People still have that. You don't think Aziz Ansari is gonna be? You don't think Aziz Ansari is gonna be doing some good stand-up material?
I don't know.
They got Kevin Hart, man. Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
They're
the
all gonna
A-lister.
be doing such. They're gonna all be doing great material.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait to go finally,
I've never been.
Never been. Beautiful country.
I hear it's. I don't know anything about it other than the bad stuff.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about it. And they try really hard not to.
Does that mean I've been propagandized?
That's true. You haven't
Now I
been...
have to 180.
Yeah, you need to both sides it, You can't
Yeah, and I
just look
have to
at one
completely turn
side,
and be like, well. They're also buying EA.
Yeah, but if they're not spending money on missiles, then they're spending on comedians, then it's better for the world, right?
Heyo, true.
Or
hey, it depends. The comedians might be bigger bombs than the missiles.
That's true. That's amazing. It's a beautiful.
I'm here all week. And that's just the kind of talent that the Riyadh Comedy Festival could not get in a million years.
They're
no matter, I
out.
dare them to try. I dare them to throw their biggest number at us. We'll say no. We have the strength of will to say no.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
they couldn't do it.
Can move on from it because they know now.
Seeing most Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, yeah, Bill Burr. For some reason,
Louis C.K.'s back.
Is he? Okay, well, one of the greats,
They got Louis C.K., man. You don't want to see Louis? Did you ever see the TV show?
No, I have not seen that TV show. What was it called? Was it just called Louis C.K.?
Louis. It was called Louis. It was a good show. It's a shame that he was like that evil person.
Well,
his TV show was pretty good.
Everybody makes some mistakes, in life.
And you got Jimmy Carr as well. Jimmy Carr. It's good because it's going to be a lot of money that won't be going into our country's taxes again.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true because they're all got all offshore accounts. All of these comedians, anyway.
I don't know about all of them, but Jimmy Carr famously does.
Yeah, and he makes jokes about that now. That too, he's got material. That's the unfortunate thing about comedians. They do something right. They do something bad, and they turn it into material. Yeah. And in the end, the best thing you can do is ignore them. Just ignore them. They shrivel up and die. They don't
know what to do. They crave attention.
They crave they crave
That's why
attention.
They're so despicable.
They crave stories, so they're like sucking up every single instance of things happening to turn them into a joke. You know
what I'm noticing looking at the participating acts list? No Tony Hinchcliffe, bro. They could have done a whole Kill Tony set.
Yeah.
Have like Saudi Arabian comedians come up, like do a Saudi Arabian Kill Tony.
But they will laugh at anything, so it's good.
He'd probably make a joke about that. One of them would do like a bad joke, and he'd be like, "You're freaking gay. You're a freaking gay guy," and then they'd probably kill him.
Yeah, because you can't do that over there.
You can't make jokes like that.
You can't, and they're not used to because those people don't. They don't have self-control. Like those people, so they so they would have probably been punished.
They'd put him to work repairing the windows of the Burj Khalifa.
Yes,
highest
exactly.
floor.
And moving the trucks of sewage from it.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
That's insane that a building doesn't is not attached.
So I'm freaking moving sewage now. Okay. This is freaking lame as hell. Yay.
Yeah, I guess you tried to stop yourself.
This
You
isn't. She's got. I've heard people do. I heard people do impressions of him before I heard him ever speak in my life, and I was shocked at how
accurate
close
they are.
all the
Yeah.
impressions were. I was like, "There's no way he sounds like that." And
Yeah.
that's how he sounds exactly. He sounds exactly like that, man. It's so
You know,
funny.
it is good though. It's good that it is good that
Oh,
you know we bring laughs to the world.
do.
Everywhere you
But
deploy
not
your.
Saudi Arabia.
you-
You couldn't pay us to come over there and
you-
do stand up. I dare you to try.
That's the
To
thing.
reiterate, I dare
comedy-
you. Give it a go.
Comedy is a universal language. You know, maybe
It's funny that, isn't it? It's universal and yet it's so subjective.
It will bring the peace to the world. Maybe that's when it's gonna be.
Do you think the Riyadh Comedy Festival will finish and everybody will be united?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Yes,
That's beautiful.
that would be so beautiful. You know, everybody
That would
holds
be
hands.
beautiful.
They realize.
I pray. I pray every day that this is true.
I like the idea of like that's the history that we live in because it feels now the times that we live in that could be a thing. You know.
Yeah.
Somehow, somewhere, the world became the way it is, and that's how we're gonna bring peace to the world, you know. So all the people that say bad things about the festival are bad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're out there and you're
Besmirching.
like this David Cross guy who's like, boo these comedians, boo.
Yeah,
We gotta learn to love again. We gotta learn to live and let live. You know? Who cares if Hannibal Buress wants to make $5 million for one night in Saudi Arabia?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Who cares if Pete Davidson literally said they paid him enough money that he didn't care anymore?
yeah, you know, that's the thing. It's the unfortunate thing is that they're weaker than us because we would never take
because
any money.
again, I reiterate the last time before we move on, I dare them to send us emails trying to get us to play the festival.
Yeah.
There's no amount of money they could offer that we would say yes to.
Mm-hmm.
I dare you to try though.
Yeah.
Send us your highest number in an email. We'll say no.
Maybe we'll do it for a Labubu, but not money.
Well, nobody said anything about 10 Labubus
10 Labubus.
for property in Dubai.
and a life supply of Dubai chocolate, you know? That would be interesting. Anyway.
I see that all over the place now, dude. I was looking at a pizza restaurant on Friday.
Yeah.
They had a Dubai chocolate pizza.
That's not real. You're lying. I don't
I'm
believe
not lying to you. I'm going to find it right now. You don't say the name of the pizza chain because then you'll dox me. Because they're going to be like, what the hell?
you. Oh. Big Pizza Brothers
the
you
fuck?
sent me? Is that what you're called?
Hold on. It's a dessert. Here's the thing. It is dessert pizza. But look at this. Last thing on the cakes and cookies section.
The restaurant is called Big Pizzeria Mamma Mia. That's what it's called, I think.
It's called a cheesy slice.
Yeah, there you go. It's chocolate Dubai
What
chocolate
did I tell
pizza,
you? Dubai
yeah.
chocolate pizza. Mhm.
That's insane.
Oh, that's not real. That's not real. He says.
I don't believe that. I think this is a fake. You use ChatGPT to generate you this website.
Generate the whole website.
Yeah, in a second. That's what it does,
No,
right?
I didn't. I definitely am not getting emails and pings from servers of people placing real orders who did not real. I accidentally told ChatGPT made it too accurate and put in an actual real payment process that is currently going through, and I'm currently receiving many orders.
You're actually a millionaire if you're able to fulfill. That's a good plot line. You make a fake business, and then the business turns successful, and you have to make it real while it's
Like
fake.
the producers.
Yeah, like honestly, there you go. I'm a hack. I'm a hack.
I don't think. No, you're not a hack. I think that the producers just
I'm a
ended up
hack.
being like a really strong story archetype now. You know, I feel
Unfortunately.
like lots of people are making like the producers'
I'm a
style
hack.
stories. You're a bit of a hack, but that's
I'm a
unrelated.
hack. I'm a hack because I hacked your website, man. And all the orders are going to me now.
You better start. You better start being a hack for our show, Dead Ensigns.
The number
Podcast
one
about many things. Number one, what?
podcast that can't be bought
Yes.
by oil money.
Number
Maybe
one,
some other money,
least
but not that one.
purchasable podcast. Which many would say that means something else to frame it like that, but you know what I mean.
Anyway.
I dare them to try.
Yeah.
Highest standard. I dare you.
Dare them.
I dare you. I know the festival's currently on, but I dare them to try and pay us to play
They can
it
get
by
us
the
like
end of the thing.
a private jet to fly us over, you know.
No, they can't.
If
They couldn't pay me
they
to get on
could-
the private jet. I dare them to try. I'm Ben. This is Max.
Yeah, that's me.
This is our awesome podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This is our awesome show, the number one show.
Yeah,
Best show
exactly.
ever made. And what a week it was.
Yeah.
The
it was
world's got a fever, Max.
a fever for what?
A fever for not just one battle, but another one.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And another one after that.
Mm-hmm. How
This
many
this movie's going crazy. One battle after another. New Paul Thomas Anderson. I've been so excited.
would you call it if he made a sequel, would you call it two battle after another?
I'd call it My Battle, and Me.
Oh,
think.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
My battle and me. So it's like Mac and me. Mac. No, that doesn't work.
Nah, that one.
I
doesn't
ruined
work.
it.
Sorry. You
I
are a
ruined
hack.
it.
I'm taking it
ruined
back.
it.
You are a hack.
I ruined it. Anyway,
One battle after another. News. Paul Thomas. I nearly said Thomas Pynchon. No, inspired by the novel Vineland, which I did also read this month in preparation.
mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people I see online talking about how they started reading it in hopes to finish it before one battle after another, and ended up not finishing it, and then watching the movie and being confused as they're trying to like connect dots and wonder where the book is,
Yeah,
which is fun.
It's inspired, right? Rather
It's
than
inspired. It's inspired.
Mhm.
Yes, it's its own thing. It's the premise is the same, you know.
people should have just read the wiki summary for the book.
Yeah,
I
let's
don't
read the
get
fucking
what
synopsis,
the
man.
fuck, you
It's
know?
fine. It's like let me see. It's like 4 paragraphs on Wikipedia.
Yeah,
it can't be that
exactly.
good of a book.
Yeah, you would imagine it would be longer if it was good.
But it's about ex-revolutionaries who are living underground, and the situation changes a decade and so later, 16 years in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The situation changes, and now they are having to resurface, and it is all centered around a man and his daughter, and their estranged mother/wife.
Mm-hmm.
And the man who's trying to hunt them down
Yes,
from the
and they're
government.
battling
They're
one after
battling.
another.
Another and another and another.
Mm-hmm.
Max, what did you think of this movie? Tell me.
I really enjoyed it and feel like it might be a pretty big contender for Oscars or maybe some amazing performances. You know, I don't know. It's just
It certainly seems that way. We're moving into awards season,
yeah.
as people refer to it. We're like maybe 2 months out from award season proper, I guess, like November, December.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a strong contender, especially looking at the reaction to the film.
Yeah.
A lot of people thinking this could be the one of the year, not just the one
Yeah.
of the year, but one of the best films of the 2020s. At this point, people are saying.
I guess,
early
yeah.
on.
I really enjoyed the movie. Like that's the thing. I really, it's insane how quickly this movie went past me. Like
Which is crazy because it's like
it's
nearly 3 hours.
Yes, and it's only 3 hours, and it absolutely does not feel like 3 hours.
It flies by.
The pacing is mastered, basically. It is insane how well paced this movie is.
I mean,
And
it's not a surprise. I mean, you know, Paul Thomas Anderson
Yeah, of course,
has been making movies for like fucking 30 years now.
Yeah, no, you gotta get a
And-
new young person in there. You know, experience doesn't matter. You just gotta get gumption in on the.
But he's at the top of his game.
Yeah,
I don't
And-
think he's ever made a movie that people will not like. Even I think like Licorice Pizza is the one that people tend to turn to be like, that one was a bit of a miss, but it's like it's still like miles better than a lot of shit other people
absolutely.
make.
You know, it's I guess,
And it's the same with like Hard Eight. Like Hard Eight is a like probably for me at least his weakest film, but it's still like as a directorial debut as well. It's still like clear as a lot of people's like best performances. You know, as a director.
And that's the thing,
It's
right?
crazy.
It's like you got the. I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry.
It just blanked out of my head.
Licorice Pizza is what I talked about last, I think.
Yeah. And that's the thing, you're comparing him to himself, you know, and it's like, but you know, we're comparing it against everything else that comes out right now, and it is very much a contender to be the best, basically, in a while.
I mean,
But I
it's
guess
been a strong year so far for movies.
absolutely,
There have been some pretty good movies this year. Even that, I don't think One Battle After Another is my favorite film of the year, but I think it's probably going to be the best film of the year. You know,
yeah, like that's the thing. Like with me, I'm like, oh no, this isn't like I struggle to gauge that, which is like, oh, this is my favorite, or this is the best. You know, that's why I don't. But like trying to kind of look at it, the only thing I can kind of see why it might not win, like, or at least maybe it'll get nominated but not win. Politics, basically. That's all I'm gonna say.
possibly, but I mean, I thought this is something that I think has been a pretty clear point of discussion this weekend, at least from my point of view, is the general politics of the film. I don't think it's an apolitical film, but I don't think it has. It's not focused on any particular like politics, really, is it? You know. I think obviously a large part of it has to do with immigration and asylum seekers and stuff, but the core of the story is about the family, you know? The core of the story is about the relationship between Leonardo DiCaprio and Chase Infinity, which is such a fucking awesome name, man. Chase Infinity is like, this is her first ever role as well.
Really? Jesus Christ. All right.
First ever film role has been in a TV show last year.
That's insane to go from that to... And how old is she? Because, like,
she's she's 25.
Okay. She's
Around
playing
about.
a 16 years old, but yeah.
And she does look quite young. She does look
quite young.
16 in the film. But yeah. So I mean, I don't think that'll hurt the film in terms of awards race. I guess if we're gonna gauge that, I don't think it will hurt the film that much. The only thing I think will hurt it is that there's supposed to be some really big films coming out in the next couple months.
It's always
there's
the
a lot
case.
of buzz at the festival. I think excuse me. I think Hamnet was a big one that got a lot of buzz. A lot of people saying this is a good chance that because it's a very emotional period piece, you know. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when that comes out properly. And
Yeah, like that's the thing about it is that it's like
it's Chloe Zhao as well. So.
I feel like even people that vote, they kind of struggle to separate the fact that this is a movie about our times. You know, it is a movie that is tackling something that people find a sore spot. Let's say that, you know, either have a very strong opinion about it or they don't want to think about, you know.
Well, that's been the reaction from, I guess, let's say, like, even slightly more conservative viewers in regards to this film.
Yeah.
The reaction has been very, like, this is wrong. You shouldn't be making a film like this that incites violence against the government and stuff.
Yeah, this country is already divided, that sort of stuff.
But I think for me, like when I think of like a very explicitly more political film, I guess, in the last few years, my mind usually goes to like How to Blow Up a Pipeline,
Yeah.
That one is very like, that's a lot more explicit and still has a lot of like, character-based story around it.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for this one, it's like, it's the motivations of the villain aren't entirely like rooted in political reasons, I guess.
Yeah,
They're,
definitely.
like, I guess they're racist at the end of the day. So I mean, not to say that it's not a political. It's still a political story, but the revolution feels more like a backdrop than like the focus of the film, I guess.
Yeah, because
I guess it's also about Chase Infinity's character Willa, kind of like coming of age and learning more about her parents' history in that respect, and evolving, her generation evolving into this counterculture revolutionary mindset as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's the same with any Paul Thomas Anderson film. It's really layered, It's a very
absolutely. And
story.
you're right with the fact that it's like you could just literally take the main aspects of the story, which is a father trying to find his daughter that is being chased after hunted, right? And just look at it that way, and it would still be a great movie, right? It would still be a great story and greatly portrayed and performed, right? And
yeah. I left thinking like if this would be a good like family movie if you have like older children,
except for the ass
children
eating,
that are
I
like
guess
15, 16 years old. Except for the ass eating. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. I didn't think it was ass eating. I thought she was just like putting a finger in,
maybe. Yeah,
I don't know if she.
We
was
don't see it.
It's like,
yeah, I guess
off-screen,
I'm assuming. You're right.
with a little bit of a reach around.
Yeah, exactly. I'm assuming. His reaction is visceral, so I thought it was more visceral also.
Yeah, but that's because Sean Penn's character is. We're getting off topic. Let's focus a bit more and run it back to the movie. I guess I didn't say explicitly, but I also enjoyed it. I'm with you. It's an incredible film. In a year of quite a few other incredible films, so it's a bit difficult. But yeah, no, it's beautiful. The performances are incredible.
It's got a lot of
fucking everybody in it is good. Even the smaller roles are done really well. One that stood out to me is the interrogator.
Yes.
That works for Lockjaw in the film, which I found out over the weekend was he's not an actor, but he is an ex-military interrogator.
Well, he didn't even have to
does documentaries and stuff.
Didn't have to act,
like
basically.
yeah. So he's just doing his thing, but he does it so well. He's clearly just in the zone doing that. But yeah, fucking everybody's good in this, man.
Yeah, and
Sean Ben, Del Toro.
Even
Tiana
though
Taylor's really fucking good. Regina Hall isn't in it a lot, but she's fucking great.
Yeah, even though it's a very serious movie, there are a lot of comedic kind of moments in the movie that are just great.
Definitely.
I kind of, when I was watching the trailer, I thought it was, this is going to be a bit too much. But then I actually watched the movie. I was like, no, this is good. Like I
think the trailers.
It needs those. This movie needs those kind of breaks for kind of, fidelity. I don't know. Like
There's some good gags. I think Paul Thomas Anderson's quite good at injecting humor into his stories as well. Phantom Thread is like can be a bit of a dour romantic movie, but it's like there's still glimpses of humor in there. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. Even fucking like There Will Be Blood can be pretty funny,
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
like good jokes in There Will Be Blood. What was I about to say? I have forgotten actually. Yeah, unfortunately. It couldn't have been that important. Oh yeah, the trailers. That was it. Going off the trailers, I kind of get what you mean, but I mean, I kind of give trailers a good bit of leeway because it seemed like generally they weren't sure how to market this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the
Fortnite
early trailers were. It
experience.
was more the more recent trailers. I think was like those were where they were not hitting the mark. I think the earlier trailers, like half a year ago, for me, got me really excited for this. And it delivered. It delivered. It was an action packed thrill ride, and it's the most action focused movie that Paul Thomas Anderson has ever done.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. I guess it's very much. It literally has battle in the name.
It even has battle and another one.
Another one.
It promises multiple battles.
I really do like the sound design is amazing. Just the gunshots and stuff. They're so visceral. Like I got
A
jump
lot
scared.
of people comparing it to like Heat and stuff,
yeah.
and I agree. Really really like shakes you in the seat. Gunshots and explosions. And
Yeah,
stuff,
I got
you know?
jump scared multiple times watching this
Say
movie.
there were a couple that like, they really pop and they they jolt you if you're not waiting.
Yeah, exactly, and we're not doing spoilers, right? The movie is a bit too new, so let's try to maybe not
I mean, we
completely.
don't need to spoil it. Yeah, we don't need to spoil it.
We can give it a bit of time.
Sound design, yes,
Yeah.
but also fucking soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Johnny Greenwood's done a couple like of Paul Thomas Anderson soundtracks before, and they've all been great. Obviously, like Phantom Thread and The Master and stuff. But but the soundtrack for this film is great. It's like eclectic and strange and moving, and it runs across so many scenes, like throughout, like all of the riot scene. You know, when Bob is trying to get through the city and stuff,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
and get out of it, and there's just this constant like kind of light discordant orchestra behind it. It's fucking great. It adds so much to the fucking tension, man. It's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like I was telling you about this because I watched the show Alien Earth, and it had a lot of needle drops in it, and I was like, every single time I was like, this sucks. Like this is it's so weird. Like the mixing is different. It seems like it sounds different than the show and stuff, and I'm like, just stop. You know, sometimes the music choice would be weird, you know, with that show. And I was like, and then I watched this, and this movie also has a lot of needle drops of just like,
it's got quite a few. It's got quite a few.
And I was like, oh yeah, I
the
don't
Dirty
not
Work one hits really well.
I don't not like needle drops. It's just that show did it wrong. did a bad job of including music in the show. But this is basically how you should do it, basically, right?
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, needle drops, I think, they're becoming really prevalent now, and they I think a lot of people don't realize they're still pretty like difficult to do.
Yeah,
it can like really take you out if it doesn't hit
exactly.
Right and stuff.
That's what they can do, is they can completely pull you out of the movie or immersion in the setting. Because that's all I'm gonna say. And because like in Alien Earth, it would kill the atmosphere every single time it would do it, and I was like, "This is insane that they chose to do this." This is
great. I mean, I really love when it hits. When we're done with it's quite a long prologue, but we're done with like the prologue montage that runs you through everything leading up to the start of the movie. And then it hits with Dirty Work, you know, Steely Dan.
Yeah.
And it's good, and there's something about it that's like really fucking moving as well. I was getting like emotional when she's doing the like karate exercises, you know. And then you cut to Pat, to Bob in his car, like taking a fucking hit off of his pipe, and then like airing out his car while it's playing Dirty Work in the back. And there was something about that like hit very emotionally for me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I mean, the movie itself is pretty emotional, you know. I mean, we won't go into spoilers, but it's got a very emotional climax to the film. Also a very like sadly funny climax for the villain.
Yeah.
All in all, the story is completely satisfying, I would
Yeah.
say.
Absolutely, yeah. So, seal of approval of Dead
Yeah,
Ensigns.
definitely. I
Seal
mean, the
of
only
protection or
complaint...
whatever you called it that you were saying.
I can't remember what it was now.
It was seal of protection. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, we'll protect it.
Yeah, you'll
We'll
protect
fight for
Paul
it.
Thomas Anderson.
Yeah. I know not many people will.
And then Paul Thomas Anderson calls you and he's like, "I need your help, Ben."
Right now, I know you're the only one who has my back. I mean, the only complaint I have is that it's like there are some things I would have just been happy with more of. Not necessarily that it needed more of them, but it's like Benicio del Toro is so fantastic in this film. His character is so fun and interesting and underplayed, you know?
Yeah, a list of wishes, let's say that, to just improve your own experience.
Teyana Taylor's like Perfidia as well is like only in the first like 25 minutes, 30 minutes of the film, and then it's not present. Well, they're present, but as like a force as opposed to literally present. You know?
Yeah, I thought it was maybe she'll come back at some point. Oh, that's a spoiler. Okay.
How dare you bleep that?
You already did that though.
Put
you
a
said
nice
that she's
big
gone in the
beep.
half of the.
Beep
Doesn't
all
matter.
of it then.
Just the entire
A big 20 seconds.
just 20 seconds of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, we'll see how it goes. What does the box office look like for One Battle After Another?
It's the biggest opening to a Paul Thomas Anderson film that has been. It's his best opening weekend ever.
Well,
I think it will be a big word of mouth film. I think it'll have a pretty good second weekend, if I had to guess.
yeah,
Because I think all I've seen is people like fervently recommend it to people they know, you know.
yeah, exactly. And I
Being
feel
like,
like
you need to go see this film. It's awesome, and I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's sick. It's a good ass movie.
Sinners also had the same sort of thing where people were just, you gotta go see
Sinners
it. You
had
gotta
a
go
lot
see
of
it,
legs.
you know?
Yeah.
So you're saying it might just literally take some time to get there, basically, when it comes to the.
I think it's leaving IMAX like pretty quickly though, unfortunately, because
Maybe
they're bringing back Way of Water. Avatar James Cameron is killing One Battle After Another.
Oh no! The battle of the greats, Titans. Titans are fighting in the sea, and
Maybe that's for the best though, because all the VistaVision prints I think are basically ashes at this point.
Oh no!
Did you hear about that?
No, what happened?
So they've got the regular 70mm IMAX version, you know, and the digital, but they have the VistaVision prints, right?
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it is exactly off the top of my head, but VistaVision is played in a certain way that is awkward. And I think in opening night on Friday there were multiple instances in California and New York. I think at least one on each coast that was like, halfway through the screening, the film caught on fire.
Jesus Christ!
They had to stop the film reel, and then I think they just played it digital after that.
Oh.
They finished the screening, but it's like, they had to stop that. So who knows?
And you don't want to fire in California.
No VistaVision version.
Imagine if Paul Thomas Anderson was like, I was blamed for the next fires in California because my movie said it was so hot.
It was so awesome.
So
My
it's so
movie was
awesome.
so
It
cool.
set ablaze half of LA, or something.
Yeah.
And there were people fighting in the streets, creating one battle after battle.
My
after
movie,
another.
my movie, One Battle After Another, caused one battle after another one.
In the streets of LA.
It's crazy.
It's
crazy.
insane.
I think we'll see a lot of these people up for awards, though, in terms of performances, and also just various aspects of the film. Cinematography and such forth. Like, it's a beautiful film. We didn't even mention that. The fucking cinematography is amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many great shots that it uses light really well. I loved so many of the shots when he's with the skaters in the city going from rooftop to rooftop.
Yeah.
There are so many really good shots using the
Like
light of the protest, but also like nice floodlights and stuff to create silhouettes for the characters as they're moving around.
It was like a theater, like a shadow theater as they're moving across these rooftops. It's it was, like I also noticed that.
God, what a film! I think I'll go see it again on Thursday before it's out of IMAX. To be honest. Maybe after work I might go.
I can't. Sorry, Paul.
You're not a double
sorry, Paul. I'm not watching.
See, this is the thing that I've gained this ability since living within proximity of movie theaters, like walking distance. I mean, is seeing a movie a second time, even a third time. Just being like, I can just walk over there and see it. I'm not doing anything right now. But if you got to drive, it's a bit more annoying. You know, if you got to drive there or train or whatever, it's a bit more of a pain.
That's true. Maybe I'll just set up a movie theater in my backyard and apply for a license and get those shipped to me.
It's a good idea.
And I have a projector and I have a sheet pulled up, in my backyard, and I play movies I'm the only person watching them,
Yeah. You're basically just paying the licensing fee for it.
Yeah.
Also, you can watch it on your own in your backyard.
I think that was like a thing. Apparently, rich people do that. Apparently, if you have a movie theater, not like a full movie theater in your house or whatever, but like a cinema room. Home theater, exactly. You can apply to get like this box that apparently has, like, it costs a shit ton, of course, right, to get it.
I imagine it's just probably something similar to what they have in theaters already, because I mean it's all digital,
Yeah, maybe. But for like a private use or whatever, you can't like get people to pay for it or something like that. I guess you just like it's a license that's probably super expensive, but it's only for you and whatever your friends, your friends coming over to your island or something, whatever.
Islands have a bad look now, man. You have to be careful saying that. You got to say like ranch or something. Your friends coming to a ranch.
I think they have a bad thing. I would imagine.
No, you're thinking of compounds.
Oh, compounds. Yeah.
Compounds. A ranch is okay. A ranch makes you think of like a western.
Yeah. A compound makes you think of Jonestown.
Yeah, it's like Waco, Jonestown, all that kind of bad stuff. And then island, well, you already know what you're thinking of when you hear
what if you build a compound on an island? That's like double bad then, right?
That's like
the worst.
That's like Unit 37 government war testing,
Okay.
That's what you got there when you think of island and compound.
Nice.
That's not good.
I'm building a compound on an island that's going to have a dungeon. I don't know what else we can add to this to make it even worse.
Maybe a dirigible.
Dirigible.
I feel like nothing good ever happens on a dirigible.
Dirigible. Okay. Well, an island with a compound with a dungeon and a dirigible
and a van
a white van that's beat up outside.
Van,
yeah, exactly.
No plates.
No plates.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You don't need plates on the island.
No, it's my private island. I can do whatever I want.
I can have a license plate that just says 1 on it.
I can do, exactly. I can. It's just like a. But yeah, and I sell free candy out of my van, my one van, on my private island from my compound, and sometimes I take people to my dungeon.
And I get to the island via dirigible. Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay. That's awesome.
I guess before we move on, I'll say I would say it is worth reading Vineland as well. I think they go well together. Vineland, I would say, is much more explicitly political. As it focuses a lot on like, it focuses a lot on like communism in Hollywood and student riots of the 60s and 70s, and just generally how the movements of the 60s like died out,
Yeah.
due to COINTELPRO and stuff like that. It is a lot of stuff. I think that's maybe why I don't see the movie quite as political as other people do. Because I'd just come off the heels of reading Vineland, which tackles like a lot of subjects like that over the 60s, 70s, and 80s, you know, moving into Reagan. Which is all stuff that was absent in the movie. Not to say that as like a detraction from it. I don't think it needed it. It just wasn't the focus, the story that Paul Thomas Anderson wanted to tell, you know.
Yeah. And who cares?
But I'd
am I
recommend
right?
reading the book. The book's good. It's a good book. Thumbs up. That gets my seal of protection as well.
Yeah, buy it on Amazon, on Audible.
It's kind of cartoony. There's a lot of like silly things in there.
There's
Like-
some silly things in
like
this movie too.
Lady ninjas and stuff.
Oh,
That's the thing. There's like in the book, there's a lady ninja retreat. You know, like a place out in the hills for kunoichi. You know, female ninjas to go and train and meditate and stuff.
yeah.
But the way it's adapted here is like a weed growing nunnery, you know,
Yeah.
weed growing like fake nunnery, which is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more real? Question mark. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's more ground to earth. I mean, the world of One Battle After Another isn't necessarily our world. I guess, you know, it's very there's a slight heightened reality to it.
Yes, definitely.
It focuses on like
Nobody like
secret
real.
underground worlds and stuff are a big thing in the film.
Nobody real gets named, I guess, in the movie. You know, like they don't name politicians. I
Yeah,
think, and
there's
stuff
that.
Like
They
that.
don't say
There's,
like
no.
fucking Trump and
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom and shit.
Yeah.
But I just mean like there's a lot of fantastical stuff. There's a lot of like hidden underground secret societies and stuff, you know.
That's true. Yes. Yeah.
that like operate in the shadows, and super secret code words and special equipment and stuff, you know, that allows you to tell friend from foe. And there's an element of that in reality as well, but it's certainly like heightened a bit in this film, you know,
Yeah.
for I don't know, for entertainment, I guess.
For entertainment, I would imagine. Yeah.
For to build a world.
Accessibility.
Build a
you know.
world.
But
Yeah,
But yeah.
both are good. They work good in conjunction with each other, I'd say. This is a lot more positive
Sit
than
in
the
the
book as well.
sit in the cinema reading Vineland.
Yeah, get out a reading light and read Vineland in the middle of the theater.
And then someone
While the
tries
movie's
to
on.
tell you to, turn off the light.
Oh, what are
and
they
you're
going to do?
like,
They're going to go, shush. They're going
Yeah.
to go, shh. Well, I'm not making any noise. I'm reading
yeah,
a
I'm
book.
looking with my eyes, but then you're like, I'm trying to keep up with the movie. I'm reading at the pace to try to
Yeah.
keep up with the movie. And then they realize, wait a minute, it's just been inspired, by it, not exactly it, and then
Yeah.
they get
You're
lost.
like, where's Takeshi? Where the fuck is Godzilla?
Oh, no.
Huh?
Well, do that. You also, seems like a performative male sort of thing. You're like, oh,
Why
yeah.
is Bob a revolutionary and not like a surf rock guy who plays
Yeah.
piano in a band?
Exactly.
Where's Brock Vaughn?
And gets uncomfortably high.
Where's Billy Barth and the Vomitones, man?
That's a pretty good name.
It is. It's a band that's in the book. Billy Barth and the Vomitones. The book's got so much fun stuff in it, man. There's a character called like Scott Oof,
Oof, okay.
and there's a guy who this is like just such a small thing. There's a guy in Vineland who does gardening, and his theming is he's the Marquis de Sade.
Okay, Jesus.
It's fucking stupid. Near the end, they talk about a biker gang that was like mislabeled as a convent of nuns.
Yeah.
So the biker gang is like themed around. They're all nuns, even though they're all like biker guys.
Okay.
It's fun. It's a fun book. I'd recommend it a lot.
Well,
Thomas Pynchon's Vineland. Pick it up. Pick it up and read
In
it.
the Weatherstones near you.
Probably a Weatherstones. If you go to a Weatherstones, you're probably more likely to just find like Gravity's Rainbow and Mason Dixon. So I think Vineland's one of his lesser enjoyed books.
Mm-hmm.
Not too much writing on it, generally. But it's a good book. I'd recommend it. Need to read more. I need to read more.
Well, if you didn't watch these movies, you could read instead.
True. It's very true.
If you didn't play Expedition 33, you could have been reading books the entire time.
That's also true. You're
It's
right.
Unfortunate.
I quit everything.
You could.
I could be reading right now.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's an
And
hour
yet here
worth
I
of
am
reading.
to provide an hour plus of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Good entertainment. Too good for the Riyadh Comedy Festival. I'd like to
true.
reiterate. I'd like to see them try and buy us.
Impassable for
I dare them.
Impossible to acquire our presence out at the festival.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could do a thing where they like hologram copy us and then.
No, like Stan Lee at the Comic Con. Did you see that?
True. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
Pretty ghoulish.
it is very ghoulish.
Pretty horrid stuff.
You know what they say. Once you get elderly abuse, even if you die, you can't get away from it.
Yep, they own your spirit
They own
electronically.
Your
Yep, you'll never escape.
soul. You'll never escape. Imagine your soul is flying on to heaven, and that's how you get pulled down and shoved into a machine to take pictures with people and they can ask you about Wolverine. Jesus, like a fucking. That's not him, but Spider-Man.
I mean, I think he basically claims everything. I think that's part of the issue with Stan Lee is that he kind of just claimed everything, even though like many other people also did a lot of work on Jack Kirby.
Yeah. That's true. We do have an obsession of assigning.
Like, I made Spider-Man.
Assigning all things to a single creator instead of having it, actually be, we are obsessed with huge, creatives, great men rather than, people that do work, It's easier to remember,
It's because the great man is nice and simple.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to worry about all these moving parts if you just remember it's just one guy who's really good at it.
Yeah.
He's got it all under control. We don't have to worry about it.
That's true.
We got Paul Thomas Anderson. He's running the ship.
How about he makes the next Avatar movie?
He wanted to make a Mission Impossible, he said this week.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I was always hoping Tom Cruise would call me up and ask me to work on a Mission Impossible, but he never did.
Mission after another.
Yeah. Be interesting. We watched some other stuff this week too.
Yeah. We watched, for some reason, we watched 3 Highlander things.
It ended up, I think we're unfortunately falling into a category, and I say unfortunate, I'm loving it actually, but we've now kind of tied our real life hangouts to Highlander.
Unfortunate, yeah. And
but at the same time, it's fine, because I'm into it now. I think Highlander's awesome. I love that it's a franchise that has like one actually good movie and then like 15 attempts to try and like live off of that, Yes,
and also having a one movie that's just a gigantic like retcon of the first one, but then they just go back to what the first one did. It's the most beautiful thing in existence.
It's lovely. I love it.
Yeah. The second movie is Highlander 2 is incredible. The idea.
Well, we watched that a while ago. We watched Highlander 2 a while ago.
And
Highlander 2 is batshit. And so I don't remember if we ever talked about it on the podcast.
I think we did when we watched it.
Briefly.
But Highlander 3, and it's very interesting because we actually watched Highlander 4 first, and then we realized we missed one.
Our friend Gabriel was he hadn't realized all along that the movie he thought was Highlander 3 was actually Highlander 4. So we watched 4 and then ran it back to Highlander 3 when we noticed.
Yes. Exactly. And well, I wouldn't recommend Highlander 4.
I wouldn't recommend Highlander 4. I'd recommend 3 if you've
Yeah.
already watched the first 2. I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, throw on 3 as well. There's enough fun in there
Yeah, and
to enjoy. Highlander 4, I fell asleep during. That was fucking
yes, you
boring
did.
as hell.
I did. Just was also struggling to stay focused on the movie. It's a very, what was it, 2006? I think that movie
No, it was
came
like
out.
2001.
Was it? Okay, well, it's 2001, and it unfortunately has that. Certain movies are kind of like when you watch them with that aesthetic of like coolness. They have the leather jackets, they have the painted hair, the dyed hair,
It's got the
piercings,
early
the early aughts sort of sheen over it. Some movies are endearing, like I think Go is a movie like that. Hackers is a movie like that. Like you watch these movies and you're like, wow, this is like awesome in a way, But this movie's cheap enough where they can't really pull that off too well,
Yeah, it's kind of the vibe of a fan film.
Exactly, it's not
That
the
they
budget's-
somehow managed to put Christopher Lambert in.
They do, and it's absolutely the kind of movie where they were trying to, like you were saying when we were watching it, they were trying to pass on the torch to a different person because. Christopher Lambert, I guess, didn't want to do the Highlander movies anymore.
Yeah, like
And
he
he
was
was-
probably just getting too old.
he
And
was
they
too
were like,
old.
nobody knows who Christopher Lambert is.
Exactly.
Let's get this other guy who's like 30, who looks a little bit like Colin Farrell.
Kind of. Yes.
And then he'll be the Highlander now. He'll be the main guy.
Mm-hmm. And they're all
And
McClouds.
his hot girlfriend.
Yes.
They didn't make any more because it sucked. It was bad.
They made
What are you going to do?
We still have 5.
There's
left,
another one, yeah.
which is a straight to
Source.
TV one that we still
Again,
have to
another
watch.
one that looks like just a fan film
Yes.
that has the license somehow. So they got Christopher Lambert in there.
Exactly. So but we also watched, out of the 3 things that we watched 2 movies, but we also watched the anime movie or whatever.
The Highlander
OVA.
anime. Yeah, I feel like there's not too much to talk about with that one. It was just kind of like, it was fine. It was
Yeah,
good.
it was a fine movie. It is
Anime movie. This guy's kind of violent. There were some cool kills in there.
Yeah.
Some nice action. It felt very much like, it felt very Fist of the North Star.
yes.
It felt very Berserk. It felt like they just kind of grabbed 2 popular anime sort of stories and were like, let's kind of mash these together a little bit under a Highlander name. Put
Yeah.
it out there. Because I think that came out around, do you remember when they were making lots of anime movies for Western properties?
No.
In the like late 2000s, they were like, here's the Dead Space animated movie. Here's the Halo animated anthology.
I do remember now. Yeah.
It seemed like everything was getting like a little anime OVA movie
Mm-hmm.
that would come out straight to DVD,
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those.
Well, at least those animators got some work to do.
Yeah.
Chopping people's heads off and making them quicken. Quickening.
Who's quickening? Is it the victim or the one that wins?
I think the victim is the person getting their head chopped off are quickening, and then you suck it up. You suck up the quickening. When you're the other Highlander doing.
I don't
the
know. I think
chopping.
it's an action that the winner does. I think the winner is the one who is quickening.
Quickening.
Yeah.
The
quickening.
Interesting. We would probably have to look it up, but we won't.
Yeah, I don't really care that much.
But
we also watched a movie called Shrunken Heads. You wanted to talk about Shrunken Heads, Max? Tell me about Shrunken Heads.
It's a Shrunken Heads is a movie that begins like a kind of a kids adventure film where it's like a bunch of kids. They're like, we're going to have adventures in this
It's
part
a little
of New
like
York.
Goonies-ish.
Yeah, Goonies-ish. But then it turns into a nightmare, basically, where it's when you start thinking about what is happening in this movie, you're like, what was this made for kids or was this made for adults? What was this made?
It's a little horrific. It's a little horrific. These kids get killed
in the
and then
street.
a
They get gunned
magical
down
old
in the
Haitian
street.
man. Yeah, they
Yes.
get gunned down by a gang
Yes, of
for
youths.
stealing slips or lottery slips. I can't remember what
it was
the
like
thing was
betting
called there.
slips or something. Yeah.
And then at their funeral, a magical old Haitian man steals their heads and then turns them into shrunken heads, and they become like vengeful spirits.
Yes.
And it wouldn't be that bad, I think, if it weren't for the line where they were talking about how they were losing their humanity.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they wake up and they're like, I'd rather be dead. Why did you bring us back? I wish I were dead right now.
Yes.
And then where they have a little training montage. And then after a month, they're like cruising around New York, taking out bad guys, saying to each other, like, with each passing day, I feel my humanity leave me.
Yes.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
This
is fucking weird.
It's very weird, and
too weird to be good for its target audience.
Yes, exactly, and it's
more just like an uncomfortable film.
There is a ritual that they're supposed to do at the end, which requires a virgin, and the old Haitian man describes it to a young woman, a young girl, right? Actually.
Yeah, he said it in a really weird way.
I need a female person, that a woman that has not been penetrated by a male member. That's how he describes it to this young girl, and it's extremely uncomfortable.
I think the movie is like already the premise and the events of the film are strange enough. But it's made 10 times more uncomfortable by how the main girl is treated in this film.
Yes.
When she's first introduced, she's like the girlfriend of the greaser guy.
Yes.
And she's like, she looks too young. He looks like maybe like mid to late 20s. And she looks like at most late teens, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, well, whatever. But then it turns out she's supposed to be 14. But she's dressed. Whoever was in charge of the costume department for this girl, she's dressed very revealing a lot of the time.
Whoever produced this movie,
they
need to be checked out. Yeah, they need to be checked out because this was weird as hell. And there's a bit
where I think I'm about to talk about what you're about to talk about as well. There's a bit where she leaves the evil boy before he. Sorry, let me rephrase this. She's dating the evil guy. She realizes the evil guy is bullying the main character so much. He's an evil guy. Leaves him, gets with the main boy really quickly, falls in love with him. He dies, and she's like, oh no, my boyfriend's dead. This is so sad. When he comes back as a shrunken head to her later, she's scared. And they decide that the shrunken head boy, he's like, just give me one more embrace. And he flies down up into her shirt and like motorboats her. And they show a shot of his little shrunken head like nuzzling between her boobs in the bra. And it's
I think I looked at you and your jaw was dropped at that moment. I think
it was so horrible.
Yeah,
I just was like, I don't trust it. I just don't trust the people that made this movie.
This movie
I don't like the idea that they had the camera right in there.
There is an insane.
It's gonna be bad, but I need to find out.
It's gonna be this movie gives you an insane whiplash of like this whimsy, like this childhood whimsy with like this horrible death and just kind of concepts and like strangely sexual things in this. There are just moments of like, there's a moment where one of the shrunken heads gets shot with a shotgun directly, and it looks horrifying. It looks insane.
It looks like something over by a car, and it becomes like an empty flesh of head. All right, Max. I've looked it up, and the girl who played Sally in this movie would have been, she would have been 16 when it was released.
Mm-hmm.
He would
Well,
have been 17 when it was released. Probably 16 when they were making it. To hazard a guess.
well,
So not good.
not good.
Not good.
You
Not
know, they
good.
did it differently in, I think it was 1997 or something, 1994.
1994.
Yeah. So, you know. And it's like there's a weird
it's
whiplash in
crazy
terms
what
of
they
like,
got away with back then.
because it
man, you
looks like this movie looks like it's like taking place in the 60s.
know? Yeah,
but
well,
it's-
it's got the sort of like Beetlejuice thing.
Yes, yeah,
where it's
you're right,
supposed
yeah.
to evoke. I mean, it's very Beetlejuice-like in general. It's fucking directed by Danny Elfman's older brother with music by
Wow.
Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
It's got that similar sort of like 50s, 60s Americana sort of thing. Like the three main boys are like hanging out. They're like just sitting on chairs reading comic books, eating candy and stuff. They dress very like 50s, 60s. The bad guys are like
Greasers,
he's like a greaser, you know. He's very 60s, 70s bad guy. It's all very like
But he's got like a video camera that would
yeah.
probably not
But
exist
yeah,
in
it's
that
still
time.
set
It's like weird.
94.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a strange one.
It's not like people are walking around in baggy jeans in this movie,
They should.
listening to boom boxes.
That's true.
It feels like Stand By Me.
A little bit. Yeah.
You know, that's
Yes.
the life that these three main boys have is Stand By Me.
Yeah. And then they proceed to get gunned down in the street.
Yeah, they get gunned down in the street,
And,
and
like,
because
of
they
course-
they want to stop the gangs, and then the gangs are like, we need to kill these kids. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're bringing too much attention to our ne'er do well.
Yeah. And of course,
What's
you know,
interesting is that the leader of the evil bad guys is like a butch lesbian woman.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know.
It's a very interesting movie.
It's strange. There's
We talked
a
about
very-
it. The leader of the gang called Big Mo is the only
Oh,
person
yeah.
with like a name card in the whole.
Yes.
When she first appears on screen, it says in the corner "Mary Big Mo" something or other, and it was like, I wonder why that is. And then like 4 minutes later, she's like kissing her girlfriend or whatever.
Mhm.
And in my mind, I was like, oh, okay, they put that name card there because they were worried audiences would be watching it going, what the hell, is this supposed to be like a guy or a lady?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, no, it's a woman. This is a female character. It's not confusing. They're
Of
gay
course.
and evil.
Yeah, that's true. You have they show the Haitian's man apartment. He's got like corpses, dead chickens, dead cats.
Yeah, he's got a
and
lot of
stuff.
dead animals and a big
Yeah.
bubbling cauldron.
Yeah, he's got literally a cauldron. I was like, yeah, I bet they
This
do.
is quite a racist movie.
They did a lot of
It's a
research.
very
I bet
magical,
into
the magical black man trope. You know?
yes, and it's just the concept is horrible. That's the idea that like I was like thinking about, it's like, who's gonna be the shrunken heads? And it's like, don't tell me it's gonna be the fucking kids that are made the main heroes, you know?
It's a very curious. It's worth a watch just to be like, I kind of can't believe they made it in a way.
Yeah,
I'm not often the kind of person that's like, wow, it's crazy they made a film like this, but also it is a little crazy they made a film like this.
yeah,
For all the good parts and the bad parts.
yeah.
And there weren't too many good parts overall.
No, absolutely not.
Mostly bad parts and parts that I felt like I should not watch.
Yeah. But yeah, Shrunken Head.
Heads.
That's our review. So
This
we
does
have.
not get our seal of protection.
I like the idea that we started this episode with one battle after another, and then we went to Highlander, and then we went to Shrunken Heads.
You know, that's the thing. We started because this is the thing. That's good because if we started with Shrunken Heads, people would have tuned out before we talked about one battle after another.
Yeah, one.
This
Shrunken
way, they
Head.
go, "Oh wow, this movie sounds pretty cool." They clearly seem to really like this movie, and then by the time they're at Shrunken Heads, they're like, "What the fuck?" But they're looking at it, thinking, "I should turn this off," but they're like, "Oh, there's only like 5 minutes left."
Yeah,
of
that's
this
true.
song.
We are
I guess
using
I'll let it finish.
psychology. We are putting
Yes.
it up against a person. One shrunken head after another.
One. Yeah, I mean, there were like 3 of them. So.
There were 3 of them, so he
Tracks.
did do one shrunken head after another.
Tracks.
You want to talk about anything before we end? Or are we done? Because I would have...
started Peacemaker Season 2, but I'll probably just talk about that one.
Yeah, I finished Baby Steps, but I'll probably talk about it some other time. Time.
Oh, what are you going to talk about? Oh, Bennett Foddy made a game where it's difficult to maneuver around. Oh, no surprise. That's all of them.
Why would you be so mean?
Because cruelness is funny in this day and age.
I guess.
I feel stronger by bringing down other people as opposed to improving myself.
By a successful video game maker like Bennett Foddy or whatever.
Exactly.
You're bringing him down.
I mean, it seemed good. Seemed like a good game.
I don't think.
I don't play those sorts of games.
I feel like you're trying to both side it now. You're like, fuck you, and then you're like, oh, I actually don't mean it. Actually, it's good.
I'm trying to both sides the Riyadh Comedy Festival, by which I'm trying to be on both sides of the stage so I can get all the best angles.
How are you going to
of
do
the
that?
comedian. Well, I'll be standing on or sitting on one side of the stage, and then I'll get up and walk to the other side and then sit down over there if there's a free chair. If not, I'll stand and then walk back.
Okay. Just get
My
a 360 camera and set it in the middle. And then you can get all the angles of everything.
No, that would only give me one angle of the comedian, though.
You get 36 angles, 360 angles of the comedian.
No, I would get one angle of the comedian and then an angle of the rest of the auditorium.
I guess you're right, yeah.
If I wanted multiple angles of it, I'd have to put lots of cameras around the comedian.
That would be amazing.
Put them in like a camera dome. Imagine Aziz Ansari in the middle of a camera dome.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell? There's so many cameras around me.
Yeah, this is...
What the hell?
The camera dome sounds like
I gotta get out of the camera dome. What the hell?
Sounds like
thanks for listening.
Sounds like a Thunderdome, but it's like a TikTok.
Camera dome.
Camera dome.
It'd be good, like a 2020s Mad Max.
Yes,
in the camera dome, and it's just
like,
filming a million TikToks.
Yes, exactly. And we can make it. It's the first show made for TikTok. I think wouldn't be the case already, but
good idea.
Anyway,
an even better idea is to check out Dead Ensigns on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, all those places. We're available there. Another good idea is to like and save the podcast and rate it if they give the option. And there's usually comments as well, so feel free to leave a comment if you want, if you'd like to ask us a question or give us a topic. I'll give them a read. And you can do all that stuff on YouTube too. We're on YouTube, Dead Ensigns. I upload them with a little thumbnail. Each episode custom thumbnail by yours truly. And you can leave a comment there as well if you want, as well as like and subscribe. But if you don't want to do any of those on those websites, you can email us deadensigns@gmail.com. That's deadensigns@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
You can send one email after another.
You can send one email after another. Have restraint and stop after like 3 or 4 though, please. We wouldn't want to get flooded.
Exactly. So, bye.
Have a beautiful week and go and see one battle after another. Goodbye.
It's shorted out, sir. We're gonna have to phaser it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Right away, sir.
Faster would be better, Ensign.
I can't, sir. We don't want to...
That's enough.
But, sir...
Stand aside, Carlton. I'm going through. You're alive. Good.